have 9 o'clock, so let's go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. Small crowd this morning. Welcome to our Monday, September 23rd meeting of the Board of County Commissioners. Madam Clerk, the first item, please.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
Are there questions on the consent agenda?
Motion to approve consent agenda as presented.
Second.
So motion by Commissioner Cook and second by Commissioner Archer to approve the consent agenda. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Item 4, new business, A, County Clerk, number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Good morning, Madam Chair. This morning we have one set of voucher payments dated September 20th, 2013, total amount of $1,153,986.90. And I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers as presented.
Second.
So motion by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move approval.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Items A3, 4, and 5 are all related.
Okay.
Earlier this year, we, the insurance committee, had our benefits coordinator, Willis Group of Kansas. They went out and they did bids, just checking on the companies that we currently have business with. And in the process, we received some good extended rates on our, so pretty much that's what I'm leading into. I'll read them all each individually, but I just want to let you know each one of them, that's what the basis of this
Okay,
was.
great.
So item A3, consider authorization and execution of contract C 451-2013 with Shawnee Life and Health, which is our vision insurance, for January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2014, reflecting a 7.5 decrease in the premium for 2014 and a guaranteed 5% rate cap for 2015 and 2016. Now, this is the vision insurance. It is an ancillary insurance. There's no, this is not part of our benefits package, but we do offer it. So it's very very nice that we can offer it to our staff with reduced rates.
And the reason for the reduced rates?
It was because they went out for bid.
Okay.
They went out,
Okay.
to professional service, and
Very good.
our benefits coordinator did this, so.
Very good.
Good.
Are there further questions?
Motion to approve.
It's a motion to approve by Commissioner Cook
Second.
and second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Item A4, consider authorization and execution of contract C 452-2013 with Delta Dental, our dental insurance, for January 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2016, at a rate of $3.35 per subscriber. And that also is a reduced amount. I do believe our contract with them was going to expire this year anyway, and they usually have a minimal, like maybe a 10 or 15 cents per year increase, and this way we are held for the next 3 years. Same rate.
Thank you.
And, Madam Chair?
Yes.
And this is also optional insurance, is
No,
it?
no, the Delta Dental is part of our, because we offer prescription, major medical, and dental.
Okay.
And this is part of our plan, so
Okay.
this is
Okay.
good saving, and this is what we pay for the administrative rate for our dental.
Thank
So
you
that's
for the
good. Sure.
clarification. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor of the motion say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Oh, and I guess I did misspeak just a little bit on all three of them. This one was a bid by our benefits group, but it's just a little bit different, and I'll explain to you in just a minute. Item A5, consider authorization and execution of contract C 453-2013, amendment to contract C 368-2010 with Application Software, Inc., DBA ASI, for third-party administration of COBRA services to include a one-time special mailing to the general rights to approximately 1,025 employees at a cost of $3 per letter. And this was included, we also had Cobra, or ASI Cobra is also a group that was bid by Willis. But this was part of, the rates were, we actually bid on this item because this is part of the healthcare reform. We have to have mailings. I'm assuming every county employee received the mailing over the weekend from my office. And this one, because of the complexity of this document, there were numerous items on this mailing that require information to be plugged in, and we just felt that they could do it at a much, much lesser cost and than the time, because believe me, we put in 3 weeks just preparing. I did most of it, but just preparing for the mailing that went out, and this would have been far more extensive. So, and the rate is very, very agreeable. So I just request that we.
So the cost of the postage is also included in this
Everything.
contract?
This is the paper, the time, the
Okay.
postage, everything, and they have to have it out by October 1st, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
So we just don't have to do it. That's good.
all right. Further
Motion to
questions?
approve.
It's motion to approve by Commissioner Cook
Second.
and second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye, opposed no. Motion carries 3-0. And then, Madam Clerk, will we be seeing the insurance package then coming forward fairly
Yes, we have
soon?
our meeting with our benefits group and with some of the carriers on October 1st. So we're,
Okay.
yeah, hopefully within less than a month, obviously, because we have to get going on this.
Right, okay. Thank you.
Item B, Health Agency Number 1, consider approval of request to create and fill an intermittent provider position at a total cost of $34,068.06.
Good morning, Commissioners. Alice Weingartner, Health Agency. This position is, we're asking to create it. We have a provider who will no longer work full-time in our organization, but is willing to continue to maintain 2 full work days a week. And so we're looking at creating it as an intermittent position. After consulting with John Thummel with HR, he said this would be the best route to go. As far as the hourly rate, she was agreeable for still maintaining her same hourly rate, which does represent a cost savings to us since we're not applying the total benefits amount to a full-time position. I'd be happy to answer any other questions.
Alice, would this be for an extended amount of time, or?
It would be, right now, we're probably looking at about 6 months until we determine how we want to fill provider positions in the future.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just a way for us to keep our capacity of seeing patients.
Exactly, okay. All right, are there further questions? Commissioner Archer?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I did have a question in looking at the request. It appears that this person is going to work 832 hours. And I guess what I don't understand is, I mean, that's obviously less than half time, but we factored in a 12% benefit amount of $3,650. I don't know what that is for, or why we do that.
I will allow Mr. Thummel to answer that
All
question
right,
for you.
thank you.
For all intermittent positions, we still have to pay the mandatory assignments like Social Security and unemployment and those types of things. And that's where the 12% benefits, sorry, it was 9 this year, 12 next year. That's where those come from.
Okay. What about part-time employees? They're different from intermittent, I believe.
Part-time, permanent part-time folks, they get the same benefit amount as everybody else does. And they get the health insurance at a reduced rate as well. So we would factor that in as well. But the intermittent, they don't get health insurance, all the other vacation, all the other stuff. We just do 12% to do the unemployment and Social Security and those types of things.
And what do we figure for full-time employees as far as benefits?
For this year or next year?
Next year's fine.
Next year, if you're a classified or a union position, I think it's more. We do $1,600 in health insurance, and then the rate is 22.5, if I remember correct.
Yes.
Thank you. Betty probably would be better. I'm sorry. And then for KP&F folks, it is 33.5. That's correct. 33.5%.
So, if I understand, then the benefits for full-time is about, what, 25-30% on average?
Probably getting pretty close to that. But we do health insurance and EAP as a flat amount because that's a guaranteed amount. We know how much
Right.
that's going to be. And then the rest of it is a percentage. To take care of capers and Social Security and all the other stuff.
So KP&F would, how much was that again?
33 and a half, if I remember correct, for next year.
Plus the fixed amount.
Plus the fixed amount of the $69.
So it could be 40 to 50% of your salary could be for benefits, is that correct? Do we ever, and I'm sort of off topic, and I apologize, but looks like we're on land speed record here, so. Do we ever communicate well the benefits that we provide and what cost that is to the taxpayers of Shawnee County? Do we ever really publicize and communicate that well to our employees?
Meaning?
Meaning on an annual basis, do we say, these are your benefits, this is what it costs? If you have questions about those benefits or anything anything like that.
I know that we put out in mailings that I recently, I know that when we changed to IFAS, we had a lot better, we did a lot better job of highlighting the employer-paid benefits because we had that space on the check stub.
Right.
So if you look at your check stub, and I haven't looked at one for quite a while since I'm on direct deposit, but it shows up right there at what the county pays, and then you have your voluntary deductions and then your pre-tax items as well. So
Okay.
all those show up on your pay stub every 2 weeks.
Okay, and I don't look at mine either, so,
But
all right.
that's the nice thing about direct deposit, I guess.
Yeah,
or
it is.
occurs
Okay.
one of the two.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is there a motion on the item?
Motion to fill the intermittent, create and fill the intermittent position.
It's a motion by Commissioner Cook. I'll second the motion. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Item B2, consider authorization and execution of contract C 454-2013 with Ivy Carter to serve as a part-time medical coder at $17.41 per hour for 10 hours per week.
Good morning, Commissioners. Again, this request, originally, we had asked to fill a part-time medical coding specialist position. We were not able to find one to fill that position as we had originally designed it, but through word of mouth and conversations with our partners in the community, we did identify someone who was willing to come in and work as a contract position for 10 hours a week. And in addition to that, the rate of pay would be at what the starting rate of pay would have been at the part-time position. So again, we see this as a cost saving to the health agency as well. And it's somebody who has extensive experience and would be a benefit to our organization.
Motion to approve the contract.
Second.
There's a motion to approve by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Item B3, consider approval of request for out-of-state travel for a child care licensing staff member to attend training at a cost of $1,200.
Morning, Commissioners. Allison Alejos, Health Agency. We're requesting permission to send one of our child care licensing surveyors to a national conference in St. Louis, Missouri on October 7th through the 9th. The cost of the conference is about $1,200, and it would be covered by the fees generated within that program.
Thank you, Allison. And you've included the conference brochure and
Correct.
itinerary and all that. Thank you for doing that. Are there questions?
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve by Commissioner Cook. I will second the motion. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thanks. Item C, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider approval of emergency purchase and payment of invoice from Wheeler's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, LLC, for replacement of an air conditioning unit at Reynolds Lodge Shelter House at Lake Shawnee in an amount of $2,163.87.
Morning, Commissioners. John Knight, Parks and Recreation. Just like the clerk just said, we had an air conditioning unit go out a couple weeks ago. Needed to get that back on for the numerous rentals that we were holding at the Reynolds Lodge Shelter House. Be happy to answer any other questions you may have.
Thanks, John.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve by Commissioner Archer,
Second.
second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Item D, Public Works Solid Waste. Number one, consider approval of request to pay an invoice for the purchase of 3 55-gallon drums of Star Macro Deck Sealer in the amount of $3,234.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Block with Public Works and Solid Waste. This is a Public Works item. As mentioned in the memo, our bridge division seals its concrete deck bridges with a product called Star Macro Deck Sealer. And they use this product over the past many, many years and have done so again this year. They went to purchase some this year. Typically, usually get just one 55-gallon drum at a time. This year, they ended up buying 3. The cost of that, they're a little over $1,000 per drum, and so the total cost of this purchase was $3,234. There is only one manufacturer's representative that supplies this product in for this region. However, the cost was above our $1,500 limit and less than $5,000. So we've made the purchase already. I'm here just to, and we've used the material. I'm here to get, I guess, approval after the fact, unfortunately, for the purchase of this deck sealer material. So that was an oversight on our part, and I apologize for that. But this is a product that we have used and will continue to use, but I'm just here to ask permission to pay this invoice.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Other questions?
Tom, I guess this might be actually a question for Betty, in that when we look at our purchasing resolution, we have 2 different levels that come into play. One is if it's between $1,500 and $3,000, the department would need to have phone bids or have some sort of bid process to show what comparable prices would be. If it's in excess of $3,000, then it would need to go out for a request for
Or 5,000 is actually the number.
over 5,000. And so in this case, rather than buying the drums individually, which would have then fallen under the resolution and would not be before us today, the purchase was made of them in bulk. And that's the reason why it's here today. Is that?
Yes, I mean, typically they buy it as it needed, but I think their needs this year were more than had been in the past, so they ended up needing 3 drums as opposed to 1. If they only needed 1, as is normally the case, you're right, we would have purchased it, paid it, and moved on. Since we went above the $1,500 threshold, but still remained under the $5,000 threshold, by the purchasing resolution, we would have needed to get phone bids for a material like this or similar material. Now, whether or not, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure if there's another, I assume there probably is, but I'm not even sure if there's another manufacturer of a material that works like this macro deck. This is just a product that we like to use because it works well for us. So that's why we like to buy this type of material. And the only supplier for the Star Macro Deck material is this McConnell and Associates out of, I think, out of the Kansas City area somewhere.
Was there any price difference or price break in having it bought in bulk this year rather than buying and buy the 55-gallon drum?
Well, we bought 3 55-gallon drums, but that I don't know for sure. I think my guess is there's just a unit price per 55-gallon drum, and we bought 3 of them.
And I guess with the questioning of the the deck sealer, this is the deck sealer that the Public Works has used in the past. This is the deck sealer you found to be the highest quality, and this is the deck sealer you would like to continue to use in the future. And these are the only providers that you are aware of this particular brand of deck sealer.
Yes, actually, when this came across my desk and I saw what happened, I had then requested to say, call some other folks to see if they could supply it to us. They said, why are you calling us? We're not the supplier, or we're not the regional manufacturer's representative for that product in your area. You need to call these people to buy that product from them.
Okay. And then my question for Betty is, how does this differ from a sole source purchase?
I think it should have been
Well,
a
I
sole
think it
source.
should have been
Yeah.
a sole source,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it would have gone through, the same procedures as a sole source because of the fact that, there are not other.
And that's where our mistake was. It should have been a sole source, and it slipped through and did not happen the way it should have happened.
But I know that the purchasing resolution is probably on the top of your
It is.
stack of things to do, but, and it's pretty intense, so I appreciate everybody who's working on that, or will be working on that, but things like this do come up, so. Are there further questions?
I think it's refreshing that an official says, I made a mistake, I've learned from it, and we're not going to do it again. And I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you.
I hope we're not gonna do it again.
And we're not going to do it again. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tom.
Item 5, administrative communications.
Morning again, Allison Alejos, Health Agency. I just wanted to bring to your attention this weekend there was a incorrect reporting of the flu shot, the cost of flu shots for the health agency. It was reported at $3 a shot when in essence it's really $30. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to make that correction. It has been corrected through the media outlets as well. But again, we are offering those shots at the health agency for $30. You can come through the immunization program during our normal hours and get your flu shot.
Okay, all right, thank you. Anyone else? Just a reminder to department heads and elected officials, we have been sent some information on the built environment and the outdoor summit that's taking place in Topeka, September 25th and 26th. It's a pretty interesting conference. I know that Jane has sent out some information to you all, and there is a special event for Shawnee County VIP conversation type on Wednesday. So hope if you haven't received that, let us know. But we need to RSVP. But that's open. There's no cost to attend that. And that invitation has been extended to the city of Topeka as well. So it's hosted by Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods. That conversation on Wednesday is. And just a reminder, we do not have a meeting on September 26th. Anything else for administrative communications?
Item 6, executive session.
And there is a need for a period not to exceed
Let's go 10.
10.
I feel frisky.
Oh, okay. For purposes of employee-employer negotiations and legal. That's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. All right, and no action anticipated.
John Knight.
All right, are we ready? We are back in session, no action required, and we are adjourned. Thanks. Just for me, huh? Fun, fun.